how to unlock inner peace, embrace joy, and start living with intention. Embrace the new year with pure energy, with clear mindset, focused mindset, in order to attract daily miracles. Inner peace is very important because when we have inner peace in our mind, we make the right choices, we make the right decisions because of the decluttered mindset. And what is it, inner peace? Inner peace is kind of like an emotional state. It's emotional, mental state where you feel calm, balanced, stable, even though you may have challenges, personal, financial, relationship challenges, right? But having inner peace make you stay healthy, build healthy relationship, and live with intention because you have a clear goal, you have intentional motivational goal. Slowly but surely you are going to reach your goal with decluttered mindset. And that's why inner peace is very important. When we do not have inner peace, then we usually make decisions that work against us. Because when we are emotionally angry, filled with negative thoughts, sadness, or happiness, we do not control. Our emotions control our decisions. But when we understand how we think, how we make decisions, we understand that inner peace is essential for creating a fulfilled life. Okay? So how can we unlock inner peace? First of all, what I want to stress is self-awareness. We can unlock inner peace through practicing self-awareness on daily basis. And it's not the skill that you are born with. This is the skill that we need to learn, introduce in our daily practices, even self-awareness of ourselves, like our behavior, our thoughts, our actions, our emotions. Self-awareness, it's kind of like understanding yourself. Why do you think the way you think? Why do you act the way you act? Why do you behave the way you behave? Why did you get the results, or do you get the result the way you get? It's the reflection of yourself, of your emotions, of your actions, of your thoughts. This is the quickest and effective way for personal development. I'm saying it because in the past, I never reflected. Like, I even didn't know what is reflection. I used this skill for my work, but I never reflected on my life, my thoughts, emotions, and my behavior. And that's why I made so many mistakes in my life. That's why I married twice and divorced twice. In Kyrgyzstan, I'm sharing it with you so that you can start doing it earlier. The earlier you learn this skill to reflect, the quicker you reach the results you want, the quicker you develop the way you want, the quicker you change and shift your mindset, transform your life, and shift your paradigm, right? Because once we shift our mindset paradigm, we shift and transform our life easily, effectively, and in the quickest and safest way, right? Self-awareness, it's like when we reflect on the situation and we look at ourselves, how we behaved and why we behave, because we understand our thoughts create our emotions, and our emotions impact our behavior. As a result, we get the results based on our behavior. And it works either way. If you think positively, you get result positive. If you think negative, you get result negative, right? How? Because you think positively, you feel positively, confident, and then you behave that way, and then you get result positive. But if you think negative, your emotions are negative, you behave negatively, and the results you receive, the ones that not working for you. And that's why when you learn about this circle, you learn about how we get the results, then we start to work on our thoughts. We start to work on our mindset. We understand that mindset is very powerful. And you know why? According to scientists, all our result depends 95% depends on our mindset. If I'm not, let's say, if I'm not where I want to be, it's because I haven't become the person that can reach that result. I need to change and shift my image. I need to change and shift my paradigm. I need to change and shift my beliefs. I need to become more aware of my thoughts, of my limiting beliefs. And what is limiting beliefs? This is the beliefs that have been created by you during your childhood that you believe. And those beliefs that limits you, limits your actions, limits your motivation, that are limiting beliefs. And if you have healthy beliefs, those healthy beliefs, they help you to grow, they help you to move forward. Even though you have challenges, they help you to reach your goals with expectations and being open to receive daily miracles. What can help you to unlock inner peace is such practices like meditation, prayers, breathing exercise. When you try to connect with your high self, when I had a mentor on energy, I was surprised. For 1 hour, he asked us to be quiet, connect with our high self, and listen to the music and start journaling. Whatever thoughts we had in our mind, just start writing freely so we can be aware of our thoughts in the subconscious mind. And this is powerful because for 1 hour, I was trying to understand what's going on because my brain didn't feel comfortable. My brain never was trained to sit calmly, quietly, and start writing for 1 hour and journaling. I found that practice very powerful, connecting with myself, with my soul, because all the answers you have within you. If you have any challenges in your relationship, financial, anything, you can find once you start writing. Once you start writing, connecting with your high self. That's how we can also find inner peace because at that moment we are present, we are in the now. We do not worry about the future. We are not stuck in the past. We are in the present and we start journaling what's going on in our mind, what other thoughts are in our heads. Because that's how we releasing them from our mind. And that's why we feel immediate transformation. At that moment, we feel immediate transformation. Try to do this. Like, for instance, if you find on YouTube any music that makes you feel calm, relax, and just sit comfortably. At the beginning, you don't have to start writing immediately. You can just relax, think about how you feel sitting if you are comfortable. After relaxing, you can also self-talk. Read your own small child, mature person within you, right? Connect, and after that start writing. Once I did that, I liked it, I found it very powerful, but at the same time I found that it's so scary. It's so scary to look into your subconscious thoughts because you feel free to write whatever you want to write. You are afraid that you have so many messy thoughts, but at those moments when we allow ourselves to do that with the purpose of decluttering our mind, by journaling, we are actually releasing, creating space in our mindset for new positive thinking, for new healthy beliefs, for new energy, positive energy. And that's a daily work. If you make a decision, if you want to commit to change your life, start with journaling. At the very beginning, I was journaling daily. Sometimes it was gratitude, sometimes it was forgiveness letters, sometimes it was whatever was in my mind. Nowadays, I can listen to this music and I can do all those conversations within myself. That's a joy. Like when you understand self-awareness, when you remember any situation and start analyzing your behavior, why you did what you did, what beliefs were at that time, you are amazed how it works. Because when we do not mindful of our actions, when we do not mindful of the present moment, we do not know why we made that decision, why we acted the way we acted. But once we start reflecting and practicing self awareness, that's a joy. You understand, oh, here I was so right, and here I was so not right, right? Here I did my best, and here I did because I didn't know. Then you forgive yourself. You don't want to focus on negativity. You want to process that situation, process your behavior, your emotions, your actions, your results. And then you say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for abusing my body, abusing my mind, because we are all self criticizing ourselves. We all feel guilty. We sometimes feel shame. Sometimes we are not kind, neither to our body nor to our mind. And that's why we need to forgive ourselves for not knowing what we are doing, right? And how we're hurting ourselves, harming ourselves. Inner peace is important. Once you understand that, then you start learning about the concept of self awareness. Then you start learning about you. And then you start practicing mindfulness. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness, it's any practice that help you to be in the now, to feel in the now, and to make your mind focus on the now, in the now. And that's important because our mind, our brain cannot feel two emotions at the same time. When I was depressed, I was full of negative thoughts, full of criticism, full of negative emotions. Once I started writing gratitude, I felt so good. During that time, it was a moment, but I felt like I had peace in my mind. This is the power of gratitude. That's mindfulness. At that time, I did it without awareness. I did it, I noticed it, and now I'm doing on daily basis. I write gratitude on daily basis. 10 things I'm grateful for today. I am specific who I'm grateful for what I'm grateful for. I wanted to mention about some practices of being in the now, right? When I was practicing gratitude, I realized I felt good. My mind was not wandering. My mind was not thinking about the past. My mind was not thinking about the future. My mind was thinking about the present in the now. And I felt joy. I felt joy when I said, I'm so happy. This is what I wanted to teach you. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have my healthy kids. I'm so happy and healthy now that I'm alive. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have a house to live in. Even though during that time I was homeless, I stayed where I can. Sometimes I stayed in the hotels. But I was practicing more and more gratitude because I realized that that's what helps me keep my mind in peace. I did it in the morning, I did it during the day, I did it in the evening before going to bed. I was writing, I was emailing to myself because when I was writing, actually from scientific point of view, it's also connecting our all senses, right? Visual senses, sensitive feelings, but also I was emailing to myself because I wanted to read. I wanted to feel this joy. I wanted to feel the gratitude that I am abundant, even though during that time I almost didn't have anything because I left the job, I lost custody of my kids, I lost myself, I lost the house, marriage, everything. I lost the flow of money. At that time, I felt so abundant because I said, oh, I have everything. I have so much in abundance of everything. But most importantly, I had peace in my mind. This is what I discovered, peace in my mind when I was practicing gratitude. And that's the power of being in the present. That's the power of gratitude. And that's what unlocks your inner peace, especially nowadays, right? When there are so many holidays, one after another. Instead of focusing on celebration, sometimes we focusing on the expenses. Instead of focusing on joy, we focus on lack of time, lack of care, lack of love, lack of everything, right? Because it's by default, it's not your fault, it's by default. Our brain wants you to protect, and he wants to tell you you are not good enough, you don't have money enough, you're never going to please anyone, and that's scarcity mind, that's the survival mode of your brain, and that's the function of the brain. And during the time when I had nothing but I felt in abundance, I was able to shift my mindset from scarcity to abundance. And once I shifted, I realized how it's easy to practice joy. When you surrender, when you trust, when you give all the concerns and problems to God. I gave everything to God because He promised, and I said, okay, take it. I trust you. I know that you are going to do the best. In the past, I was trying to control everything. The controlling issue also makes us stress. But once I released all the concerns, all the fears, all the challenges, I started to focus on me, on my mind, on gratitude, then everything has changed. My mindset was shifted. My personal life was shifted. Gratitude brings miracles. That's why I'm saying once you know how to unlock inner peace, you will attract daily miracles. Now, I attract daily miracles, financial and relationship wise, spiritual wise, and even business wise. I want you to experience this, but you need to be committed. You need to be curious. Sometimes our mindset is open. If you're here listening, your mind is open to receive this information. Sometimes, if I say something that you already know, and inside your mind you're saying, I know, that these are actually the most dangerous words and phrase that we say to ourselves because we already closing our mindset to receive this blessing. Even though I'm talking and telling you things that you already know, use it, receive it as a reminder because that's your attitude. If you are open to receive whatever I'm saying, then you are open to receive blessings, reminders, new insights, and maybe motivation. Like you will say, oh, let me try. I wonder, is she telling the truth? Is it going to work for me? Absolutely. You don't want to start with that mindset. You want to say, I am going to. But some people who are very pessimistic, that may also work because during depression, I didn't believe what I was doing, what I was saying. I didn't believe. Like, what is positive affirmations? What is healthy statements? What is mindfulness? I didn't believe it. I studied for 10, 15 years. Once I came here to the United States, I studied CBT. It's called cognitive behavioral therapy. When I studied at Washington University in St. Louis, mental health, social work. But when I was depressed, I didn't believe and I didn't practice. Once I started conversations with God and said, if you want me to heal, because I knew I did not deserve whatever I was going through. I knew I didn't deserve it. I knew that, and I was blaming the people, blaming myself. I was blaming the situation. This is what we do usually and fill our mindset with negativity. But in reality, when we do not blame anybody, when we accept and take 100% responsibility for what's going on, we understand that we are at fault as well. Because I asked myself a question: what is my role to allow this to happen? What is my role to allow this to happen? If it's depression, what is my role to allow this to happen? If it is my marriage, what is my role to allow this to happen? If it's relationship with my kids, what is my role to allow this to happen? If it is health, what is my role to allow this to happen? Once I understand the power of asking the right questions, I was like, wow, This completely changed the way of thinking, and it transforms you from within, because you make decisions differently, because you understand. You practice self-awareness. You start analyzing your behavior, your thoughts, who is doing what, why, everything. And then you take responsibility for your actions, behavior, thoughts. You cannot control what surrounds you. You can control only your thoughts. And once you understand that your results depends on your thoughts, then you just focus on your thoughts. It's so easy. But I did not realize that this is the truth that I need to believe and practice. It's a daily work, a daily practice until you get that habit on autopilot. Whatever is healthy habit, we want to practice daily, even if we don't believe it, even if we don't want to do it. By discipline, by commitment, we want to do it, by consistency, right? And then we get the result that we want. We will make that healthy habit autopilot. When we do self-awareness, when we practice that, we understand we need to identify all the limiting beliefs. We need to identify all the unhealthy beliefs and unhealthy habits, thank them, recognize them, acknowledge them, and release them. Or start with reducing. If you're smoking, instead of one pack of cigarettes, just give your promise, okay, let me do half of it for today, or maybe a third of it today. Then slowly but surely, you can reduce until you stop smoking. Because once you repeat healthy affirmations, healthy statements, once you understand that you are 100% responsible for your health, and once you believe it, you don't want to touch this cigarette, because you understand, oh, this is what's going on. This is what is happening inside my body. No, I don't want to take it anymore. Then it's possible. It's possible, and the results depends on your mindset. 95% depends what story you're talking to yourself inside your head, what healthy beliefs you have. Once we know that, we need to start practicing writing until we get that healthy belief on autopilot. And if you don't know what is morning routine, evening routine, what do you want to tell to yourself on daily basis, I created SelfLove 7-day gratitude challenge that is very engaging, very colorful, with prompts. It's very easy to start creating your healthy beliefs and start writing. This is such a valuable workbook if you value your life, if you committed to change, to shift your mindset and to change your life and get results. This one is full of healthy statements, full of healthy beliefs that will help your brain understand how to feel, what to say, and accept it as your new normal. What is normal? Normal, everything what we do for the first time, it's not normal. We feel discomfort, we feel resistant. When we repeat on daily basis, our brain will say, oh, okay, now it's normal. Now I feel comfortable. So even though during the challenge, you will notice that it looks like 7 days. It's so easy, but it's not easy. It's challenging, because if it is the new skill, if it is the new habit that you want to introduce into your daily life, it will be very challenging. Your brain will be talking you against this habit, telling you, no, you're not good enough, you don't deserve it, you don't believe it, don't do it, this is not going to help you. Do you think this workbook is going to change your life? That's how our brain works whenever it's new. If you know, I'm sharing it so that you know how our brain works. Whatever it's new, our brain doesn't want to accept it, doesn't want to acknowledge it. But if we say to our brain, stop, I know that you want to protect me, but this is actually going to work for me. It's going to improve our life. It's going to make me healthy. It's going to help find inner peace, right? You make friends with your brain. This is my approach to my brain. I say, okay, let's make friends. Let's be friends. Let's try it and see what's going to happen. What if it will help? What if new belief will be my new habit? Like, how will my life change, right? Because my life changed. I practiced it, I introduced it, my life changed. From nothing, I have right now everything, and everything in abundance. My relationship with partner, with my kids, at work, with my colleagues, with my friends is thriving. My relationship with money is great. My relationship with my mind is excellent. I am at peace even when I have challenges, even when I had minus $25, even when I have negative in my bank account. I felt at peace because I know that I have everything. Everything will arrive to me on timely manner, and I need to learn something to get it from myself to myself. And one of the miracles is that I receive money in abundance. And that's why I want to experience that. I don't want you to have negative bank account, but I want to experience you financial abundance. Like, that's a miracle when you're not focusing on expenses, but when you make purchases as if you have finances in abundance. That's a miracle. And that's how we want to shift our mindset. Because money is spiritual, especially big money come when we build healthy relationship with money. When we understand that money is energy, money love friendship, money love being circulated, money love attention, right? Neatness, money, love, when we count money. There are so many practices with money that actually, the more you learn, the more you feel it's like a game. And you know what? Right now, my attitude to life, to relationship, to everything is like a game. Because what I realized, I was too serious. In the past, when I was too serious, I didn't find true joy, deep joy. I know that we have to be serious, like in some matters, we have to be serious. But I believe seriousness is also need to be defined. In different situations, it's different. For different people, it's different. We have to be serious in in relationship with money, right? What I'm saying is like, sometimes we can play with our mind. If we have challenges, we say, what if this is good for me? What if this is going to work good to me? And that's what I'm saying to myself, because I know that positive mindset attracts miracles. Positive mindset attracts joy, and negative mindset attracts negativity. That's what I notice within me. And that's why I started to play with my mindset, saying, okay, whatever challenges I have, I'm like, this is going to work with me. This is blessing. You know, when I was reading this book, Simple Abundance, it's really great book. It was, the author was saying, like, whenever challenge comes your way, say to yourself, this is a blessing. I know that this is a blessing. I don't know how, I don't know why, but this is a blessing. And this is my approach right now. If I feel like this is a challenge, I say, I don't know how, I don't know why, but I know this is a blessing. I feel peace in my mind because I know whatever is happening right now is God's wish, and that's for the best interest of me. I know God is working for me. I know that life is not happening to me, life is happening for me. This is the belief that expands you, expands your mindset, grows the perspective, and makes it creative from different perspective, positive, right? Not negative. Because our mindset by default creates negative stories, creates negative assumptions. But once we know, oh, that's the brain's survival mode, that's the brain function to keep you safe. That's why it wants to focus on negativity and perceives as a threat. That's why our brain stops us from doing new things to face our fears, right? Once we know that, we make decisions. We may say, oh, I know that this is my survival mode, so now I understand. Now I want to do what I want to do. Even if I am afraid, I trust God. I want to act in faith. Because what is the difference between being fearful and being scared and being faithful? Faithful person is also fearful and scared to do any new things, but he believes in his abilities. He believes that life is happening for him, and he believes and trusts and act in faith, right? Trust God. A fearful person, he is afraid, he doesn't believe in his abilities, and he's not confident, and he doesn't trust God because of controlling issue, because he doesn't understand the future, because it's invisible. Those people who are afraid and they do not believe in themselves, in God, then they stopped. They don't grow further. But God created you with so many talents, so many skills. Do you know that we develop only 10% of our mind? Did you know that? When I heard this, I was like, if genius people develop 30% of their brain, then they become genius. Just imagine the potential of our mind. The potential is unlimited. Your potential is unlimited. We limit ourselves through limiting beliefs because of fear, because of situations, because of self-criticism, self-critics, because we want to control and things like that, right? And that's the power of believing in yourself, becoming confident, practicing self-awareness to understand your potential, limiting beliefs, healthy beliefs, unhealthy beliefs, why you act the way you act. This workbook will help you understand limiting beliefs, create morning and evening routines, and become confident. If you want to receive for free digital version, I can leave my email. You can email to me request and I will email it to you. However, for your feedback, right? Because I do need feedback and I want to be connected with you to see how you feel, how you practice, because it's a challenging. When we practice the new habit, introducing the new habit, it's challenging. And I want to help you during this week when you have this 7-day challenge. Now, I hope you understand the power of mindfulness, how it's important to practice mindfulness through breathing, through meditation, through gratitude, through prayers. And we also talk about controlling issue. Sometimes, sometimes to unlock inner peace, we need to learn how to say no. In the past, I believe it felt discomfortable to say no to someone. If I was at work, if somebody said, can you help me with this? Can you switch the shift? Can you work my shift? Can you do this? Can you pay me this? Can you give me this? I would say yes to everything. And this is also stressful, when you feel that you want to please everyone. I even didn't know that I was trying to please everyone. I feel like it was maybe coming from my culture, maybe being nice to everyone, right? But my behavior was not mindful. That was on autopilot. Saying yes, it means you are saying no to yourself. Saying yes to others on autopilot means that you making your body exhausted, you making your mind restless, you making yourself unhappy. When do we become happy? When we take care of ourselves, when we are mind to our body. when we sleep, when we eat, when like healthy, like when we have work-life balance. In the past, I didn't have work-life balance. I didn't know work-life balance. And that's why I didn't have inner peace. Just imagine if I don't have inner peace, how would I communicate with my loved ones, with my family, with my kids? That's why I didn't have healthy relationship. I'm not criticizing myself. I did my best as a mom, as a wife, as a woman, as a colleague, with the awareness I had at the time. So that's why I forgave myself. I'm very grateful to myself. Whatever I did, most of them were really good decisions, even though they were by intuition on autopilot. I'm so grateful to my parents for that, because all our programs comes from our childhood. What is different now? Because I'm practicing self-awareness, because I'm reflecting my behavior, my thoughts, my actions, and because I want to live with intention, I want to see my priorities. I want to see, okay, if my priority to build healthy relationship with my kids, I need to act like that. I need to have the right thoughts, positive thoughts. I need to build. If before I took it for granted, now I have to put some effort, put some intention, and live on daily basis so that God will bless me with everything what I want. Because now I know that's not a requirement, but that's my preferences. Because, as a mother, you want to feel fulfilled, right? As a mother, you do your best, but you want to become better as a mother. You want to become better as a human being. You want to become better as a wife. That's what it means to practice self-awareness, to practice mindfulness. You want to take care of yourself based on the priorities, based on value system, based on belief system, things that I even didn't know in the past. And that's why I was making mistakes after mistakes after mistakes, right? And now I'm sharing it, I'm reminding it, I'm introducing this concept so you could go ahead and learn about this concept, because that make you find inner peace, that make you transform you from within. And remember why we do it. We do it because we all have answers for our challenges, whether it's relationship, marriage, financial. We just need to connect with our high self in the now, in the quiet time. Practice this. You will see miracles in your feelings, in your thoughts, in your calmness. Remember why we're doing this. We are doing it because we want to embrace joy. Once we feel inside within us joy, that's how we attract miracles, and that's how we notice miracles. Miracles are on daily basis, but when we live on autopilot, according to our old programs, old belief systems, old value system, that we do not notice, then we do not notice daily miracles. But once we start practicing gratitude, feeling abundant, being grateful for what we have and don't have, then you start notice, oh, this has happened. This has happened. Like small things. Miracles can be small, invisible, visible. Texting, meeting people. How can God help you? God can help you if you take actions and cut through situations and people. So if you're not taking action, things like this make you feel inspired, make you curious, make you committed to try new things. And once you try new things and you are consistent, even though you feel resistant, you still continue doing it. And then you see miracles. The change doesn't happen in one time, in one day. It happens like after you repeating things, after you feeling abundant from within, after you noticing transformation from within. And then it's like awakening happens. It's like, wow, I didn't see this. Practice one day. When you stop at the traffic lights, when you stop, just pause during that 30 seconds. Look around and you will see that you have never seen those things. You have never heard birds. You have never seen the architectural beauty, buildings. You have never noticed the beautiful trees. That's because we live on autopilot. From home to work, we take our coffee and we rush to work. And that's autopilot living. That's not mindful living. Sit on your chair and just watch outside for 1 minute. You will be amazed that you missed the beauty for so many years. That's how we start practicing mindful living. That's how we start practicing mindful thinking, mindful talking, mindful eating, mindful connections. That's completely different experience. It is on a higher level. This is the event that I wanted to remind you about, how it's important to unlock inner peace through all the practices that I was mentioning: self-awareness, mindfulness, setting boundaries, saying no based on your priorities, taking care of yourself, being in the now. We are doing it because we want to build and embrace joy. Practice. How is it to be in the now? How is it to practice feeling happy? Because of our challenging, we forgot to dream. We forgot to feel happy. That's me. You know what I noticed? I even didn't cry. I learned to be strong woman and I didn't allow myself to cry. Now I cry. That's why when we start mindful living, we practice, we reconnect with ourselves, we reconnect with our feelings, emotions, we allow ourselves to cry, we allow ourselves to feel joy. And this is essential in order to attract daily miracles, notice their daily miracles, and live a life full of miracles. Let's leave all the negativity in 2024 and go with high expectations, with new pure power and energy, and embrace 2025, our life full of miracles. Okay, that's it for today. Happy holidays.